So you have I will say, a history of experience in this sector. Can you see or recognize that something changed in the how I can say in the culture of can you?
I understand that. Yeah, definitely. Actually, PMOs are not something new, right? There are PMOs since the 70s, last century. So, but they are back in a different way, right? And why? Because they are still PMOs because they are centralizing those functions related to project, programs, and portfolios, but in a different way, with a different perspective, with a different commitment, and that's the point. So PMOs are becoming customer-centric PMOs, driven by the need of generating value. Yeah. That's the idea.
I think a lot of people who've been around for a long time might say, hey, has anything really changed? It's just more of the same stuff. I think there's some validity to that, but I think this is and going back to your question of change in culture and evolution, and you mentioned this yesterday in your presentation, this is not a fixed target. This is a process.
Exactly.
Maturity is not something you reach and that it ends, right? Yeah. Alignment is not something that's static. It's something that you constantly have to strive for. It's an ongoing. And the good thing about that, it makes life interesting.
Absolutely.
And I often say, I think one of the reasons why some of the things are like revamped, maybe we put a new paint of color on the house is because it makes the house look nice. I think that's an important thing. And I think every new generation I think the new generation should learn from the old generation so they don't make the same mistakes. Although some of the mistakes are necessary for learning. And I think they have to make it their own. And if they have to rename the PMO for it to be more in line with them or put a different, change the couch or whatever it is in the house, that's... I've got a couple more questions I'm going to squeeze in before I let you go. AI, big issue, right?
Yeah, that was exactly what was in my mind. Actually, AI, I will say that it will change the game, not in terms of how the PMO will behave, in terms of being customer-centric, value-driven, but it will be really, really important to support PMO on making it happen, So I'm not talking only about automation, this is an important point, but especially about prediction.
Yeah.
So it's something very powerful. We already have many things available.
Are you collecting
today.
best cases on that kind of stuff?
Actually, I'm working on this, but it's difficult because it's new for everyone.
Yeah.
We have many companies trying different things, but we are just the beginning of this process, So in the next few years, I believe we will evolve a lot. We are working on a specific extension, AI for PMOs.
I've got a guy I'll send you that might be of help.
Exactly. PMI Infinity today on PMI.org is the AI platform of PMI. All the guide is available there. So if you ask questions, it will respond to your questions based on the guide. But it's it's not a long journey because we don't have time for that, right? In 2-3 years, everything will be different. So it's not so long. But we need to keep our eye on this, especially because PMOs will be the ones that will address AI and projects in their organizations. No doubt about that.
Yeah. You're constantly on the go, flying all over the place. What are your next destinations?
Yeah. So today I'm going to Paris. Next month I will be in Italy, Saudi Arabia, Tanzania. There will be many.
You'll be at the symposiums in Phoenix and
Barcelona, Phoenix. Yes.
Good.
And this is the moment, because, and this is very important to say before the end, is everything that we are talking about here. It's not my ideas, actually. It's powerful because it came from the community. It came from
I think it makes
people.
it more powerful that people can listen to you and say, you know what?
Yeah.
He's saying what I think.
Exactly.
He's putting into words.
You see yourself.
Yeah.
And this is exactly the point.
I'm gonna throw one more statement out at you for our close. There's a saying in German, "Tue Gutes und rede darüber." Translated into English, "Do good things and talk about it," which is, I think, a simple version of talking about value delivery. We both believe, our whole community is behind it, the PMOs are value-generating, valuable institutions. In whatever format that you might have them, whatever your maturity, whatever your context. But remember, with all the good work that you do, you shouldn't just do it in the gray background, but make sure that you don't forget to promote yourself a little bit. Would you agree?
Yeah, of course. Everything is part of this game, you know. So that's why we give a lot of credits and credibility for everyone that is involved with us. So everyone is invited to get involved. You can be a volunteer. There are many great projects for people that are starting, people very experienced. So if you go to community.pmogA.org, you will find our online community where you can connect with people. You can find our regional hubs. We have one for Europe. So there are so many opportunities, you know, and great minds can do great things, you know.
Collaborative work.
Oh, yeah. I totally trust my life on this.
Yeah. Americo Pinto, thank you so much for taking time out of your
Thank you very
busy
much.
schedule to join us. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast, and I look forward to the feedback we get on this. Thank you very much.
Great pleasure. Thank you very much.